I was very fascinated. I mean, Lena Dunham, right, has become this kind of figure of the most horrifying, like.
All right, I should have bought more booze.
Fuck me.
Okay, well, just let me do this, right? You can get rid of it afterwards if it's total
Angela,
garbage.
take this as like the highest compliment. I would cut any other guest I had on the show off at this point. I would cut your mic. But because I'm totally enthralled in Nagle mania, I'm gonna let this slide. Let's do it. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so right, Lena Dunham is obviously a kind of ridiculous figure and is kind of just amusingly awful in all kinds of ways. But one thing I was, I watched Girls, and I remember thinking there's something in this, like she is doing something and parodying it at the same time. That shouldn't be possible, but somehow it seems to be. And basically
it's a meta self-awareness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could... Well, anyway, I mean, I think the idea is basically that show was about the exhaustion of a particular vision of the good life. And it was precisely about the exhaustion of it, because it was like... So it was... fulfill yourself through creativity, which can be married to the corporate world. And so it was precisely the kind of marriage of, a counterculture and the corporate world that, like, Fred Turner wrote this great book about this, which Adam Curtis draws upon. But, it's well documented that the origins of Silicon Valley were actually in the Back to the Land counterculture and stuff like that. So, but anyway, it was this kind of... To me, what it was about was like these desperate young people trying to live up to this vision of the good life and not really having any other vision, because all the previous ones had been dispensed with, and this was kind of all that was left. And actually what it produced was stagnant wages, total social atomization, totally dehumanizing, a totally dehumanizing social world of individualism.
Reversals of a lot of the advances we had, like the 40-hour work week.
The
idea that you had vacation, the idea that you were done with work when you went home.
Exactly, and instead it was like, oh, please let me stay in longer, and please let me do another free internship, and eventually I'll get there.
Yeah.
And it was like, what are we trying to get to? That was what the show was about. It was like this thing that we're all striving to get to, that we're just pouring our, in the case of the show, parents, actually earned wealth into, is not turning into anything. And it's just a ladder to nowhere. And that was a generational thing that was very important. And again, counterculture was the absolute handmaiden of softening what was actually a case of just the total degradation of working conditions.